Dennis, who's Alan's brother. Although the memories of my childhood have faded with age, I have still retained the defining moments of the life that I shared with my dear brother Alan. On the day of his birth, we were living in a corner house in a small country town named Price in South Australia. My parents and I were playing in the street outside our house when Dad approached us and with a sudden burst of excitement announced that Mum had given birth to a boy, and so Alan was introduced into our lives and we now had a new baby brother. When Mum and Baby came home, as a family, we all suggested names to give to our new brother. Somehow the name of Alan Ladd, the movie star of Western movies, was mentioned by Mum, who I think was a fan of Alan Ladd. And so Mum decided that the baby's name would be Alan. My best memory of Alan is when he was 2 years old. We were living in number 5 Bevington Road, Glen Osmond, South Australia. Mum and I were standing at the end of the driveway and Alan, now a toddler, was at the front driveway gate. Alan then ran towards us, the full length of the driveway, very fast and fully coordinated. I still remember the excited look on his face. He was so happy. Next morning, where Alan and I shared the boys' room, Alan woke up in pain and was crying. Mum was there, trying to console him, and was rubbing one of the legs. She was very worried. I had no idea what had happened. Later that day, the hospital diagnosed polio. It was so sudden, a day after that great run down the driveway. I still do not realise then that it was to be his last run. He spent the next 2 years of his life in hospital. Alan studied electronics and became a radio and TV repairman, which provided him with employment for many years. But all the while, he was developing his guitar and piano skills as his main recreational interest. Hearing him play, it was obvious he had mastered the guitar and was quite good with the piano too. At home in Kalgoorlie, while he was relaxing and watching TV shows, Alan would all the time be softly playing a tune on his guitar by using only a progression of chords, a difficult thing to do, requiring virtuoso skills. His guitar skills were soon recognised by some of the bands that would often visit Kalgoorlie to play in the local hotels and bars. He often played guitar in those bands when they visited Kalgoorlie. It was then that he left Kalgoorlie for Perth, earning his living as a member of a band. He later returned to Kalgoorlie, set up his music shop, gave guitar lessons and formed his own band. It was to my surprise, while attending some of his band's performances in the local pub circuit, and also for all the weddings and ceremonies in the Kalgoorlie-Boulder area, that Alan was also a good singer. At the finish of his gigs, he always got a good round of applause. Most of the singing was by female members of his band, who were usually his music students, teenagers and young adults, getting some public performance experience and earning some pocket money too. Their parents, with big smiles, would often come along to watch their children perform. So Alan found his place in life, where he was well known, very respected and successful. Those years were his happiest years. There was always a broad smile of inner happiness when he was with his many friends, students and customers. He is and will be missed. My dear brother Alan, you will always be remembered with that look of pure and innocent excitement on your face when you were a toddler. Your brother, Dennis. Thank you.